Hello and welcome back to the Iris AI onboarding tutorial. Now we're going to look at how to manage the noise in your search results. The Explore tool, which we're looking at right now, is deliberately designed to be an interdisciplinary research tool and will therefore present you with articles that you will perceive as noise. A lot of researchers have actually told us that Iris is a powerful tool to find the papers they didn't know they needed. So you can say that it's some sort of engineered serendipity. But in some instances, we want to narrow down the search results, and there are a couple of steps we can take. The first one is modifying the original problem statement, which we do by clicking these double squares. Then we click on Edit, and we're taken back to the original search. To narrow down the search results, we simply remove the most generic statements in the problem description. So this is a map about fake news in the US election, and the first sentence reads, "The dynamics and influence of fake news on Twitter during the US presidential election remains to be clarified." It's a pretty vague statement. I'm going to remove it. Now we submit. We create a new map instead of overriding the current, so we can go back to the original map. Iris will now create a new map for us. Now we're down to 282 related papers. Before we were roughly around 300. The second step we can do is setting a filter. So if we hover over here, we see the repositories, so the sources where Iris found all the papers. We can filter out some of them if we want to, and we do that by heading over to Filter on the right-hand side. We add a new filter, and we click on Remove these repositories. Let's say we know that PubMed is not a particularly good source because it contains mostly medical journals. So let's remove all the PubMed. Okay, we've added them, and then we click Apply. Iris will now update the map. Okay, we're still at 282, so that didn't really help for this map. The third thing we can do then is to edit the structure and the topics of the map. We do that over here. We click Edit Map. And here we see the hierarchy, and we can see what the topics are, the headlines, and the structure of the map. Let's say that news is quite a generic term, so we're going to remove it to remove some of that noise. Click on the X, and now it turns red, and I click Done, and I create a new map. Now we're down to 171 related papers, so we're doing pretty well here. There's one final thing which is quite powerful. We can adjust the relevance score, and we do that under Filter, add a new filter by relevance score, and we see that Iris gives the standard 40 to 95. If it's above 95, you're very likely to find duplicates, and we go as low as 40% in order to allow for that serendipity that I mentioned. But now let's increase it to, let's say, 75. We click Apply, and Iris will bring up a new map. Now the original map, which was at 300 papers, is down to 65. It's a much smaller map and much more easy to navigate. If we look at these papers, we can see that all of them are between 75% and 95%.